I made a decision years ago that I would never again live in fear. And I've accomplished that. And I only come from a place of my heart. And I'm not meaning flaky heart,
Yeah,
like la la, it's like
well,
in here.
when you decided that, did you notice a change, or was it represented in your art?
Oh, it was represented in everything.
Mm.
Who I hung out with, where I spent my time. I am so selective from my heart, not from ego. I don't live in ego ways, like I want to be popular. In fact, I remember when I was a little girl, I said to my mom, because I was always popular. I was a loving spirit, and so people would gather around me. And at that time, and I said to my mom one day, I don't know, I was 10 or 12, and I said, I don't think I want to be popular anymore. And she said, why? And I said, because it's like noise, and it's not focused on, it's just things coming in on you, and then you're trying to accommodate it, but it's overwhelming, yeah. And so I knew that when I was young, and I finally accomplished it, and I find I'm incredibly popular now. But it's because I think because I know who I am, and apparently I'm told, and I have been for years now. When you mention, did it affect my life, making those changes from getting rid of old patterns to coming into my own patterns that feel right. And oh my God, my entire life changed. When I was very sick, and I won't go into that at this point, but because I did what everybody else wanted me to do, I was sick for the first part of my life, all the time, until I almost died. I was 80 pounds and brain dead 18 years ago. And so I had been working towards being absolutely Diana, no matter what. And part of it had happened, but then I was so sick. But then when they finally discovered after 14 years what I had, I built an entire new body, new brain, new mind, new everything. And it works. I've never been happier in my life. I am healthy. I am just in joy. And it's because I'm authentic. I am my true self now. What you see, Ryan, is really Diana. And it was worth every bit of what I had to go through. A long journey, but what an education. What an inspiring thing for me to be discovering every day. And so yes, it influenced my art, it influenced my lifestyle, my health. I'm on no medication whatsoever. I'm really a walking miracle, and I worked myself from not even being able to speak or walk or talk or anything. My brain was dead. I had about a day and a half left to live. Wow. And they found what it was. Wow. And so I rebuilt. Took 4 years of weightlifting. I went through all these. I had to learn how to eat again. I can only eat what Diana's body wants to eat, not what you're forced to eat or anything like that. So everything I do, in answer to your question, is that I'm healthy now because I'm truly a Diana in my heart, my soul, my spirit, my body. It supports me now because it's honest. It's not about trying to be like other people or feeling like you have to. And I think that world of fear that basically most people in society live. They're trying to run and get somewhere, and I'm going, where do you think you're going? You don't even know who you are. You buy a car because your neighbor did. You get a mortgage and get in debt because other people do it. I think what I've watched on the journey is that people, I don't think that don't choose to become totally conscious or as much as possible. They don't think they have a choice. And then they lose their power. And then they go into drugs and weird stuff to fill the pain. And I'm always saying, a natural high is the highest you can go because I went through some pot and things like that, but it was like, and I've got a very open mind, so I'm not judgmental about any of it, but it's like, get over it eventually. You might go through a stage, but then it's like, is this doing me any good?
Yeah, you don't want to make it a part of you.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. And so that's what I find, is that my highs are every day, all day, because I'm living in my joy of what I do and discovering every day more. So, yeah, it's been so hard.
That's cool. I'm just trying to... Now, for your show coming up, you said it's about the moon theme, basically. For the people who are lucky enough to come see it, what do you want them to take away from that?
Oh, wow. I have no expectations of the public. Where my response, see, I believe that we are accountable for ourselves. And so I do what I feel is comfortable and authentic, and it's right motive for me to share with you or the public. And the rest is up to the gods. It's not my job to have expectations. My work speaks for itself.
Take or leave it.
Yep, and me too. They can take or leave Diana, because I'm unique in my own, in the sense that, and I say that humbly, I just mean that I am Diana. You will either like me or you won't. I don't feel insecure. I feel comfortable in my own skin now. But when I was following that other way, it was like a performance, making everybody else happy, and I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker because I wasn't able to be my true self. That was living in fear. Now I just live in joy, because if they come to my show, which I want so much for them to, because to me, art and discovering is about sharing. It's when I've been a guest speaker in different places, they have a podium or a microphone or something up, and I put that away and I sit on the floor and say, let's tell each other our stories. And so to me, it's a sharing. And so back to your question about what did they take away? I don't know. I love it when people ask me a question and I ask them, what do you see when you look at my work? And then we can have an intelligent conversation, not based in ego, but in understanding.
Okay, well, after you say that, maybe I can rephrase the question. What would you like people to bring to your show?
Oh, now that one I haven't been asked. I love that.
That sounds like it might be more...
Bring to
Yeah.
themselves. And I have to admit, and I say it so humbly, because the more people seem to be amazed at my work, may I say, and I say that the more praise I get, the more humble I become. It's just who I am. It's not about proving anything, but I've been told that when people see my work, they feel me. They feel the realness. And for people to see that, and they come and they see that, to me, without me having to say a word, that's the gift that I get, is the authenticity. I've come up with a quote over the years. I didn't mean to, but it came out of me, and it's like, I'm not here to be popular. I am here to be authentic. And I live that daily with everything I do. And so because of that, what they could bring to the show is their curiosity, who they are, where they are. And I've had so many wonderful things happen recently again. I came out of hiding slowly this time from the public, because it's very hard on me. And this time I feel like I've got the right support, and in a few energies that are now around me that I'm getting help, because it's not about me being out there and performing or anything like that. I will give my time to something that I feel is very worthwhile and authentic, but I will not play a publicity game of any kind. So I don't perform when I'm a guest or have a show. I want to share and learn together and have really intelligent conversation. That's what I want the other part of the people that come to see my work. And it seems that that is what's happening to me on a daily basis now, because I have so much work that has been in storage for quite a while. Like,
You feel it's time to share.
it's my third go around in the public eye, big time.
Okay.
But this, I feel, is the last time. This is the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I chose years ago not to go into the public with a few pieces of my work, because to me, the most important thing is to become as good as I can be, and it takes years. So it wasn't about getting attention, it was about, do I understand what I'm doing? Is my work comfortable for me to present? So that took years. I don't think art can be rushed,
Mm-hmm.
and people rush with everything almost, and I don't. I hold back so that I have about 2,000 pieces of work, and it all is connected. And so after about 10, 15 years, I started showing work, like, more majorly.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have so much, and I mean, people are finding me now and saying, it's got to be out there. The world has to see it.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, I can't do it alone, and I can't. I'm a painter.
Yeah, well, you need to be true to what you're doing. You can't really be distracted by the.
Well, and the publicity part of it is that's not my intention, but I want to share. But at the same time, when in this day and age, it's like people are promoting themselves. Well, where is the artist doing their work? They're out there promoting themselves when they should be doing the work, and it's you know what I'm saying. It's a split.
It's like people wearing different hats, but you got to take out your artist hat.
Yes, and I refuse to do that,
Mm-hmm.
and because I'm an artist, a real one. Like, I sweat blood and tears and pain and hard work, and I mean, some of my work takes a year to do one piece.
Mm.
I mean, and then when people see it, I humbly say, they're overwhelmed.